So one trouble I see right now is that data science resource is not enough all over the world. It's across the globe, and that's why the businesses are facing this real problem that yes, they understand the technology is almost there, but then finding out resources is difficult, and then training those resources and then retaining those resources.
Hello world, this is BetterTech, a podcast where we chat with some of the most successful leaders about the latest industry developments. So join us as we explore the world reliant on tech. This episode is brought to you by Techcell, a leading software development company. Check them out at techcell.com.
Hello everyone, my name is Hasib Khan and I am the Director of Technology at Techcell, and today with me on the show is Dr. Shahzad Cheema. Doctor, it's a pleasure for me to have you on the show, and I'm really excited to generally talk about data science in general and the concepts around AI and machine learning. So it would be great if you can briefly introduce yourself to the audience, and then we will take it up from there.
Thank you, Hasib. I'm Shahzad Cheema, and I'm a lead data scientist at IBM Watson IoT headquarters in Munich. I have been doing data science for the last 17 years, or actually you can call the practices that are now called data science. I have been doing it for some time. Previously I have worked, of course, in other organizations such as DHL, also in startups, academia, and industry. So,
Right. So in short, can you please tell me what data science means to you?
Yeah, sure. So I think for me, the data science is the discipline that implements artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is that we have some four major elements of data science that includes the data, what we now call big data in a way. And the second component to me is the science, which is primarily machine learning and then deep learning these days. And the third part to me is the technology, which has evolved over the last few years, starting from monolithic desktop application and now towards the cloud, edge, GPUs, and so on. And the fourth part is then the application or business area. So, and we see that data science is more or less applied everywhere now.
Right. So how do you see some of the real world applications, like real world application of data science in our daily lives, or in general in technology space? How do you see it?
Of course, it's almost everywhere. We see it or we don't see it. For example, some applications are very clear where we are doing image recognition, video recognition.
Right.
Large companies are doing that, but also in the small and medium scale. One common problem, for example, is forecasting, predicting something.
Right.
Just imagine for a financial company or for financial division, you need to forecast what could be the possible revenue next year, and then you want to plan it. So in the past, it used to be statistical techniques, but now there are, let's say, advanced machine learning techniques that we are using. Similarly, there are a lot of optimization techniques where you want to optimize your resource allocation. So then this is another part of data science technologies that you can use.
Right. So how do you see existing businesses scale their businesses in actual using data science techniques? How do you see it?
So one trouble I see right now is that data science resources are not enough all over the world. It's across the globe, and that's why the businesses are facing this real problem that yes, they understand the technology is almost there, but then finding out resources is difficult, and then training those resources and then retaining those resources is a challenge for businesses. So I think if you're a really large organization, a strategy would be to build up a data science practice, and which is then, let's say, more central, and then you can scale that. If you're a small or a medium scale organization, you may try to, for instance, get help from the providers, large providers, or even onshore, offshore companies that you can use. The very careful part that you have to be is that whoever you involve should get into a better understanding of your business.
Right. So domain knowledge is the key.
Domain knowledge is indeed key. But I think I will add it. There is one trend that I see in several situations where the domain knowledge kind of claim to be more data science, but that's not true. So it has to be what we call a domain expert and then data science expert. So if you put these two people together, then you can definitely achieve better results.
Right. So we have seen like a lot of businesses are actually incorporating data science in their day-to-day operations. So what in your opinion will happen to those companies who actually don't embrace such technologies?
I recently had a talk some days ago that for the financial sector, for example, that and it was very clear, and I spoke to something like 300 people.
Right.
And the whole industry has a very clear idea that if you are not implementing data science or big data or machine learning, you are not able to take the advantage of latest technology. Someone else is going to take. The costs are reduced by automating these processes. The profits could be generated more by using data science.
Right.
So it is like if you think like what was the last revolution was like web, mobile.
Right.
So the current revolution is AI and data science.
Right.
So it is actually the need or the call of the hour to make use of that. Otherwise, you will be definitely left behind.
So like this whole scenario is like catching up really fast. So how do you see it happening in the next decade, and what do you see are the future trends in this particular area?
I think first of all, it would become an indispensable practice in data science. So in future, I see more like instead of software development only, it could be AI developer type of roles. It could be also some sort of cloud and edge combination. So the companies need to think about cloud first already. Another aspect that I see should be there in some areas like the continuous relearning of the program. Mm-hmm. So it need not to be that you develop a program and then you just put it there, because dynamics keep changing. Machine learning allows us to then automatically update that. And that is a very big revolution itself, that you make a program these days that you can kind of rely that even with the change of business logic or data, they would still suffice in 10 20 years.
All right. It was great talking to you, Dr. Saab, and it's really nice to hear about your thoughts on this particular topic. And I hope we will catch up in our next episode to discuss some more details about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode by BetterTech. If you enjoyed this podcast, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it across your favorite social networking platform. We look forward to bringing you the latest industry news in our next episode. In the meantime, take a look at our other episodes and hit subscribe with the links in the description box below so that you don't miss out on the latest in tech.